Welcome everyone, back with the latest time trial video, where I go through my best lap and show you if I'm able to get gold driving in automatic. And hopefully show other drivers who attempt this in automatic that if I was able to be fast enough, then it can be done. Sometimes, I'm not fast enough, or the elite drivers make the gold target out of reach, and I'll have to switch to manual. I'll showcase those laps in these videos as well. I do all my driving on controller, and in time trials, I drive with assists on, which are countersteering, ASM, ABS, and traction if needed. I'm also using the braking area, apex markers, and chasing one of the leader's ghost. The second part of this video will be the chase cam view, so you can see the full position of the car through turns as I'm driving. With all that being said, let's jump right into the lap and show you how I did. This time trial video is the Alpine Vision Gran Turismo at Barcelona, no chicane. I only needed my traction set to 2, and ABS set to weak. No other assists were needed for this one. Turn 1. I used the flag indicator as my marker. I let off as I passed the last red bar after a slight trail break into the turn. A little lift through here. Here I used this patch of gravel as a lift marker for this turn. Let it coast until I see the orange paint on the barrier ahead, then get back on the throttle and go full. Try to use the curbs as much as possible on turns. It helps the car rotate. For this right, I use the bridge and start braking as it hits the edge of the screen, but I took this turn horribly, went to wide, had to keep braking into the turn, then let it coast until I was able to get back on the throttle. For this left, I used the first red bar of the area, let off after I passed the area while trail braking into the turn, and start getting back on the throttle lightly as I hit the curb until I can go full out. Here I use the start of the curb, but start braking just before it. Around this point, I let off at the start of the last red bar, let it coast for a second, then back on the throttle full on the exit. This is another turn that I just lift. I used the first red bar but brake a few meters before it. Around this point, let it coast into the turn, and hit the throttle as I pass the curb and go full out. Be careful not to go too wide like I almost did. I somehow managed to keep it within the limits. Here for this left, I use the second red bar of the area. I trail brake into the turn, and don't let off until I get to the curb. Let it coast quickly before getting back on the throttle slowly until I can go full out. Here I use the second red bar of the area. It's a quick brake. I let off at the last bar, let it coast about halfway around the turn before I get back on the throttle slowly before going full. Here, it's a quick lift at the end of the curve, then back full throttle. Final turn, I use the first red bar, but I brake just before it. Around this point, I let off as I pass over the middle or third bar, and quickly back on the throttle slowly around the turn until I can go full out to the line. This lap was good enough for 1:29.330, only a slight improvement from my previous time, and hopefully good enough to keep me in gold standing. Now I leave you with the chase cam view. Hope this video can help all my fellow automatic drivers get themselves that gold. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Your support is greatly appreciated. Thank you, and see you in the next video.